Yes, people, welcome back to Normski TV and the What's Going On podcast. Back again for another chat about the Premier League, the Champions League, all things Arsenal, Man United, Chelsea, Liverpool, Tottenham, you name it. All the clubs we're going to be talking about. Off the field shenanigans. Man United keep coming up, mate. I tell you, they just won't leave. They just won't leave the newspapers. But listen, we are going to crack on. I've got my two distinguished guests in the green room ready to bring them on. So without any further ado, I'm going to bring on Mr. D and Mr. Chili. What sayest thou, people?
Yeah, man, we good. We good.
We good.
Everybody good?
Yes, sir.
Everybody excited to be on another show?
Yep, we got to get into this one.
You don't sound too excited. Now, I think I've seen you in that top before. That blue one.
Yeah, you've been in this one. The team view, yeah, man.
Team viewer.
Yeah, I think they might wear that one tonight. They're away from home tonight, so I think they might be wearing this one tonight.
Yes. Big up to Craig, always there on time. Big up to Craig and to my daughter. Hello. That's Leah. Big shout out to Leah. She sort of twisted her ankle, so yeah.
Get well soon.
Yeah, get well soon.
Everybody's saying get well. Hopefully, you put it in the chat. Yeah. Listen, guys, what a week! What a weekend! Tonight, I know you guys are going to be playing Champions League D against Atletico Madrid. Also, Chile's got your game on tonight away to Burnley. Yeah, listen, look, I'm coming on to that, Craig.
Craig ain't messing about. He's getting straight in there.
He's straight in there, mate. Unbelievable. We'll be talking about that later on in the show. We got also, who else is playing tonight? Liverpool against Leeds at home. So if they win that game tonight, they'll be 3 points behind Man City on level on games. Mate, and one of the questions I want to be asking you guys at some point is whether Liverpool can catch Man City. So we will be talking about that. But first of all, I really want to be talking about the games at the weekend. And mate, what a weekend! I'm going to start off first of all with we'll go with the first game, which was West Ham Newcastle. 1-1. Again, Newcastle doing the business, coming from behind to make it 1-1. West Ham did go 1 up, and they seem to be dropping points. And we've got a couple of games on them. And if we win on Thursday, I think we overtake them because they don't play again until the weekend. So West Ham at the moment, not to say that they're dropping off, but I mean, obviously with the Europa League coming up as well, they're going to be having to think about that as well, guys. Did you get a chance to see the highlights of the game? Joe Willock, I believe, scored in that game actually as well. Did anybody get to see the game, or just your thoughts?
Yeah, just the highlights. But we spoke about this the other week that this might get a bit too much for West Ham, and they never got that striker they needed to back up Antonio, who's been poor. Yeah. In the January transfer window, and this may cost them deeply, actually. Yeah. Because
come back to bite them.
Yeah, the way they're sliding now, they're almost inviting themselves to be booted out the top 4 race. So
yeah. I mean, listen, they've done. I mean, Chile, I've done. Yeah. I mean, they've done well. To be, to get this far. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And David Moyes is doing a fantastic job there. I mean, Chile, do you think they're punching above their weight, or do you think this is the real McCoy, West Ham?
I think it's 50-50. I think that West Ham are a good side. They play good football. But it's hard to get into the top 4. It's very hard. Yeah. You've got to play well consistently for the majority of the season. And a couple of draws and a couple of losses, and you're out of it. Because right now, I think Arsenal, Man U, and Tottenham can all pass them.
Yep, yeah. No, definitely. But as I said, they have done well thus far. But as I said, they're getting a lot of draws in their games, and again, Newcastle got to take it out of them. 3 games on the bounce where they've won 3 games in a row and getting a draw. I mean, do you think Newcastle will survive? Just quickly.
By the way, they're dragging themselves up, Norm.
And what they're currently on? 22 points.
Wow.
I think it's 22 points they're on.
Yeah, I think it's
my memory serves me right.
I'm just getting the table up there now. 22 points.
I think they're 5 points clear of the drop zone, isn't it?
4 points ahead of Watford.
On
the same games.
Yeah. So listen, they're doing really well, and the worry is that obviously if they do stay in the Premier League, look, I mean, I don't know what your thoughts are. I mean, with them staying in the Premier League, come the summer they're going to go massive.
Yeah,
but you can see definitely there's been a definite improvement in the way they play football. They're very tenacious. They stay in the game. They're defensively now much stronger, and I think they've got a balance. You know what I mean? With Chris Woods hasn't scored yet, but listen, when he obviously does get his shooting boots on, do you know what I mean? But at least, from back to front now, the team is looking a lot more balanced. And you don't think when they go into a game now. I mean, listen, I think we've yet to go and play them at Newcastle. So, mate, that's going to be a tough one.
If you look at it as well, Norman, they've dragged Brentford, Leeds, and Everton into that dogfight now.
So, I mean, let's go to that next game. I mean, Arsenal, Brentford, 2-1. Thomas, the tank engine. Obviously, he didn't. He didn't have. He didn't have one of his major blowouts after losing the game and saying they could have won the game. I mean, he came out and said that Arsenal obviously were the better side. Brentford, to me, they just came to park the bus. Do you know what I mean? They didn't offer nothing. Tony was missing as well. So
what's going on with him? Is he injured?
I don't know.
Because I'm hearing all kind of dramas. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
going on.
From the thing that went up, when he was on holiday, and that stuff that happened. Now I don't know whether that's affected his game, whether he's injured or he's been dropped or whatever. But just ain't seen him at the moment. Do you know what I mean?
If they've dropped him, then boy. You got no ambition to stay in the league. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got to fix that as your best striker.
Yeah, absolutely.
So he's been missing a couple of weeks now, hasn't he?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And I remember obviously when we played them at the start of the season, our first game away at their new stadium. Listen, we had a lot of players missing. I'm not making any excuses, Chile, if that's what you're thinking. Yeah, but look, we did have a lot of players missing. But Tony, he played well. The rest of the team, Burma, if that's I pronounce his name right, they all played. I think it's Burma or Boomer. They all played well, they beat us, and we end up losing 3 games on the bounce, bottom of the Premier League. Do you know what I mean? Everybody calling for Arteta's head.
Yeah.
What was that, D? What was that?
No, that was a bad start for you guys, and like you say, the tide turned quickly both ways because, boy, like you say, you found that Arteta was as good as gone after 4 games, So Jay saying should keep Eddie Howe. I'm assuming Newcastle is saying. I think what she's basically saying, because I think I mentioned this a couple of weeks ago, that if say Newcastle, which if they do stay, which I think they will go big. And it's almost like when they start bringing in those top quality players, will they look at Eddie Howe thinking, well, he's not really the man to take them to the next level? It was a little about the Man City scenario. Do you remember they went all those managers before they got?
But like I was saying to Shigsy and them, man, they're not going to be able to do that. They're not going to do that this season. Who's going to go to Newcastle? They're going to have to slowly do it. They've got to get that first one who then can attract some more players. But right now, they're not going to get no top ballers in the summer because they're not going to go to Newcastle. And if they do, Chile, they're coming blatantly for the money. Yeah. The ones. And the teams are going to pull their pants down over the transfer fee. Yeah, they know that they've got money.
They know that this club has got money.
So they've got money and they're desperate. So
Well, listen, I mean, look, he's doing a good job so far. You know what I mean? The first couple of games he came in, you know what I mean? It was a little bit tricky for him, but he's pulled it. I mean, to get 3 games on the bounce, win 3 games on the bounce, being in that position, and now look where they are, they've dragged themselves out of the relegation zone. And now, as you said, dragging Brentford into it, Everton into it. Do you know what I mean? So it is gonna be pretty tricky. But another stat is that we recorded the most shots on goals in the first half. I think it was something like 16 shots. You know, it's just a pity we just couldn't get anything on target. We go into half time 0-0, and that's the problem. Is just putting our shots away. Second half we come out. Smith Rowe comes out. As I said, as Craig said, he scored more goals than Lacazette and Nketiah put together. He's on currently on 9 goals in the Premier League, 10 goals in all competitions, and only the other English player is I think it's Sterling with 10 goals.
Right.
So, and that's really good from because one of the things that was missing from ESR's game was the fact that last season he wasn't really scoring. He was getting into good positions, but wasn't really scoring. As you said, he's got more goals than Eddie Nketiah and Lacazette put together.
Yeah, your midfielders are keeping you in the hunt, Norm.
Yeah,
blatantly.
Yeah, Saka, fantastic build-up play, and Partey set him up, a beautiful goal taken with his left foot. He swapped him over onto the left-hand side, it was we win that game, and okay, they got that last-minute goal.
Yeah, I'm about to say that it should have been a clean sheet.
Yeah, it should have been. I mean, Ramsey,
you can't be conceded in the 93rd minute, man.
Yeah, Ramsey was upset, but it doesn't help. It doesn't help when Mr. Aubameyang ends up knitting an hat-trick for Barca. Yeah.
Oh, I missed that. Totally missed that one.
Yeah, at the Messiah.
That hurts.
Beat them 4-1. Aubameyang getting an hat-trick.
So it tells you all you need to know, doesn't
it? Man's looking happy.
Tells you all you need to know, man.
Let's just say hi to my big sis. How you doing, Kay? Good
Lady
to see
Kay.
you back on the channel.
Okay.
I hope you're doing fine. And we're praying that everything works out for you and family, okay? So prayers up to you. Tottenham made a statement, boy, we're going to come on to that. Because I know Chile,
man's hyped on that one.
Man's got his hat on and he's looking the bee's knees.
You have to remember that Chile called this last week. He called it.
You did.
So hats off to you, literally, Chile. You called this one last week.
Yeah, you did, mate. Joe. I mean, wow. What you calling it? What you calling it tonight?
You told us.
You say burn your way. What you say?
We'll probably lose this one tonight.
Okay, that sounds good to me. That sounds absolutely good to me.
No, there's too much confidence running through the team right now.
Yeah, no, Harry Kane, mate. We might as well talk about the game now. I mean, Harry Kane, it's exceptional. To find, I think it was it Kulovic?
Son when he sent him.
Yeah. So who set up the first goal? Was it?
Kane from midfield played a lovely through ball. Son ran onto it, and then keeper came out and he squared it to what's his name?
Kulovetsky, I think. Isn't it?
Yeah. And he nutmegged the defender and scored.
But that game was absolutely mad. I mean, when the penalty, Emerson. I mean, do you think that was a penalty, Joe? Do you think it was a penalty?
By the letter of the law, it's a penalty. His arm was up, it came down and hit the ball.
Yeah, it's not a natural position, is it?
No. But then it's not natural if you're standing up. But if you're diving in to get the ball, then it's natural. You're balancing yourself. So,
yeah. And Julie steps up.
It was a penalty, and but what a penalty it was, though.
It was. Listen, that guy is unbelievable. His penalty taking is unbelievable, and I think he's pretty much scored. I don't think there's a record that he's scored in every game. I'm sure I heard something like that he's scored in every game. This part half of the season, I'm sure of it. I might be wrong, but I heard something like that. But yeah, but listen, Tottenham does what Tottenham do. They did it to Leicester. And first of all, what was the Man City player doing? I mean, how on earth are you letting? Was it your other player? What's the guy that crossed it in? Jill.
What are you talking about? The last goal?
Yeah.
Yeah, Kuleski.
Was it Kuleski that crossed it in?
Yeah, did you see the way he floated it in nice?
Not only did he score, he had an assist as well.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the players we're buying, Rasta.
Tell us, Chili. Tell us, man. You know what?
So at the moment, because you've got him on loan at the moment, haven't you?
No, we bought him, I think.
So which is the one that you got on loan? Is the other player?
Yeah, Ben
Right.
Tucker.
Right. Bentancur or whatever.
Bentancur, yeah.
But listen, mate. They started to come through for your man Conte. You know what I mean?
The ball that he played in for Kane, you were saying that they shouldn't score in the 93rd minute. That's what we do, man. That is what we do.
I mean, do you think, D, just a question for you, do you think that Pep was a little bit arrogant? I mean, listen, he's just let me just look at some of his stats. I mean, in the last, and you know this already, Chill, he's lost to Jose Mourinho. He's lost to even Nuno. Can you believe it?
He lost to Poch.
Nuno had him, didn't he?
And he's lost to Poch.
Yeah.
Man City seemed to be their bogey team. Yeah. And I did not give Tottenham a chance in hell to go to Man City and do what they did. You know what I mean? Especially coming off the back of losing 3 games on the bounce. And I just thought, listen, they go there, and I was just rubbing my hands together, mate. And I couldn't believe when I saw the score. I was thinking, oh my God. But listen, Kane is listen, as much as Tottenham, I can't stand the geezer, right? And I feel quite uncomfortable wearing white tonight. So, you know, I'm feeling a bit itchy. You know?
You never look better.
Boy, guys, listen. Craig has put in the chat. Did anybody watch the boxing? Carl got brocked up, man. He got brocked up.
He got a beat down.
He got a
beat down.
You know, somebody was saying, people were saying that Khan was living like rent free in Brooks' head. But listen, man gave him the order to say, listen, man, you're a victim now. Yeah, come out. Yeah,
come out.
Come out. Everything we do and come out. But he just didn't offer nothing. I mean, you could, when I was watching Brooks and the way they were, the side, he looked much bigger, and his timing was a lot better. Khan was just he's got fast hands, but he just didn't look right, mate. And I think the first jab, it was a jab that Brooks gave him, and the man was wobbling.
Yeah. And that touch everything. When a man's wobbling from jabs rather than uppercuts, then it's like, yow.
Bro, the man's got a serious glass chin. You know what I'm saying? So if the man is taking a jab and he's wobbling like that, can you imagine? That's why I'm glad the referee kind of stepped in. You know what I mean? And
after the 3rd round, Khan obviously slowed down. He got weaker. So when he was hitting Brooke didn't even care. He was just going through them.
Yeah. No, that's what
Khan wasn't accurate either. He was very fast.
Yeah.
Did you see their faces at the end of it?
Yeah. Listen, Brooke looked like he didn't look tough or nothing.
He looked like he just had Sunday lunch.
Khan's face. I mean, when he came to the post-match interview, there was blood coming out his ears. He just looked broke up. He was proper broke up, man. Do you know what I mean? But the nice thing about it, at the end of the day, they embraced, they respected each other. You know what I mean? And they got themselves a nice little purse. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was 3 million each or whatever it was. I can't remember what the purse was. Whatever it is, they didn't really need the money.
What the joke was, I was listening to a podcast a bit earlier, and someone said that Phil Foden's mum's got a better jaw than him. You know what?
I'll tell you what. Let's come on to that before we go back to the thing, because I know I like to stick to my agenda, but sometimes you need to switch. And let's just quickly bring that up. I title it that Foden's mum was on the undercard.
Right, you know that one.
Right. Well, seriously, guys. I mean,
you saw the video, though, didn't it?
Show that again, D?
You saw the video. Did you see that video?
Yeah.
But you know what? This is what you have to say, right? These guys and all that money, right? Why are you not walking with security? You know what? Okay, you go and buy your Rolex or your Benz or whatever, or your Bentley, whatever. But man, you know you can't go to these places without security. Hire security for yourself, man. You know what I mean? He's got his private door there. The door's open. You see that? But you know what? I said to somebody, there's no way my mum's going out a door like that and I'm staying in there and lagging Man, I'm protecting mama, you know the ones. So I couldn't even believe it that. And my girl was handling her business, but he's got to hire his own security. He can afford it.
Yeah. And, I mean, Craig's asking the question: where was the security?
Yeah,
he's
got to hire his own, Craig. Simple as that, mate.
Yeah.
Don't rely on security that works at the event because that man's not care.
I think they were trying to say, I don't know if it was Liverpool supporters or what. Some people were saying it was Liverpool guys taunting him and they followed him. I mean, they followed him down into some room. You saw the footage. You know what I mean? And the thing is, I heard that I saw. I think it was another video that Foden's mum has got previous. And when I saw this woman's face that she bust up, this woman had 2 black eyes. She was 32 years old, right? 2 black eyes. So listen, she gave as good as she could take. And when that guy, listen, guy, when that man laid his 5 fingers, on his mum, literally clap her in her face.
Yeah, man. Like I said, there wouldn't be an opportunity to do that to my mum. We are dead.
Latoya, Foden's mum had no business hitting anyone, but the man was still wrong for hitting her. Let me tell you something about this young lady, Latoya, right? Listen, look, Latoya, sorry for kind of divulging your business, but Latoya has got this saying, anyone trouble me, I will lamp them. Right? She's from East London. She said, I will lamp them. You will take her hammer and lamp them. So I said, yo, all right. Be careful what you say around Latoya, especially when you're talking about Liverpool. She's a big Liverpool supporter. So be careful what you say, because she will come out and she will lamp you. You know, she's little bit, but she talawa, they would say.
Right.
But listen, it was a madness. That and this social media stuff. I mean, Man City came out and obviously were horrified by the footage. Police obviously interviewed Foden. I mean, it was very difficult, but I think Foden did try to. Some people were trying to say he should have backed his mum a bit more. Do you know what I mean? Because he was
definitely. My man was lagging back, man.
He was lagging. You know what I mean? And the thing is now,
and the guy with the extinguisher tried to lick the brother more than.
Yeah, and if you look at that as well now, going back to the football side, is that people are going to wind him up on the pitch for that now, you know?
Yeah. They're
going to get his head like, what, you got your mum fighting your battles and all that. You know what I mean? He's put himself in a really dodgy position there by not being in front of his mum. Or, and there was other guys with him.
I mean, she came out the room. I mean, listen, she came out the room, and literally she was pushing the geezer.
Right.
And next thing you know, he landed it on her and she didn't even go down. That's the thing.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. She got a better draw than your boy there, Khan, man.
You know what I'm saying? So the undercard, man, that was the fight to watch, man. That was the fight to watch. LB, now I don't know if this is Leon Brown or this is
I think I know who LB might be.
Right.
And he was saying that the other day. He was saying, where's that rough woman going? What's she coming out like that for?
Well, he's saying, welcome to the chat, LB. Zuma just paid 250K for kicking a cat. If Foden hit him, it would have cost millions. Yeah? So, you know what I'm saying?
But then that's true because people, I don't know so much with footballers, but I know in America, people do things to celebrities to make them hit them, and then they go and sue them.
Sue them, yeah.
So I don't know if it's anything like that. But
you know,
did you see the 2 guys fighting in the arena? Now, the only 2 guys I saw fighting in the arena was Khan and Brooks. But if there was somebody else,
I only saw one guy fighting, and that was Brooks. The other guy was getting a beat down.
He was properly. I thought it was Mimi from Shameless.
Wow.
Oh my God.
He said, wow.
Craig is back with the one. No, I said it was his. No, I said it was things. Okay, right. But listen. It's a madness. Social media. That's what social media does for you. You know what I mean? You're gonna see everything. I think Foden. You know, when you look at it, I'm thinking, man, because listen, guys, we know if your mum is getting a thump in her face like that,
right? And you have to remember as well, he's nicknamed the Stopwalk Iniesta, right? And them man like a little rumble there. So I don't know why the man was lagging like that. The
Yeah,
moment you hear noise and you see your mum going towards noise and drama, you got to be out of that room.
Out there in front of her.
And
You know what I'm saying?
Man.
But, you know, I don't, I mean, what the guy did, you know, I mean, listen, you don't thump a woman, you don't hit a woman.
That's a madness, man.
I mean, he laid it, when I say laid it on her.
Yeah, he swung on her, man.
He swung, man, and he
That's
caught
a
her,
no-no.
you know what I mean? But she didn't go down, as I said, better chin
Right.
than calm. But listen, we move on. Southampton, Everton. Now, D, you talked about this. Everton, Lampard. It looks like that. What can I say? What's the thing when they say when they come in and everything's
the new manager bounce
period.
Yeah, the
honeymoon period.
New manager bounce.
Yeah, it's over. 2-0 Southampton. Southampton again playing very well, doing really well playing at home. I think they haven't lost in. I can't remember how many games it is, but they haven't lost in something like 6-7 games at Southampton. So, but listen, Southampton are our bogey team. We beat them at home, but we've got to go to them as well. And I know with our run in, Southampton's going to be a difficult place to go. But Frank Lampard, will he end up relegating these guys, Everton?
No.
You don't think so, Joe?
Not this season.
No, there's too much quality there, Norm. And if he does, then wow. I mean, you know, I read an article saying that the players are really impressed with Van der Beek in training, and they're miffed to how the man can't get a game at Man United. So if you know, they've got Richarlison there, Clivert-Lewin, Van der Beek. You know what I mean? They've got England #1 goalkeeper between the sticks and all. Yeah, so you got to look at that and say there should be too much quality in that Everton team to go down. But we said that before about teams that have gone down. So
yeah, I mean, listen, they're going to be looking over their shoulder, mate. But listen, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough for Everton. I mean, mate, I don't know what their next set of games are, but
because I can't even think how long they've been in the top flight. But if Frank was to pull them in the murky place of relegation, mate, them fans will want to lynch him. You know that one.
And I'll tell you. And the next team I'm going to talk about is Liverpool. They'd probably love them to be relegated. Liverpool 3, Norwich 1. Yeah. A little bit of a scare. Norwich going 1-0 up. Took the game to them. It was really nice to see them taking the game to Liverpool. But lo and behold, it's Liverpool. Mo Salah getting his 150 career goal for Liverpool. Yeah, man, competition. You know, absolutely fantastic guys. That's unreal. Diaz scoring again on his. Well, not I don't know if it was his debut, but scoring his first Premier League goal for Liverpool. They've got a good buy there. Obviously, he's bought for the future. Is he the one to probably take over from Mane? Because come the summer, I mean, Salah still hasn't signed any deals or anything like that. Don't say, oh no, I think I've already read that one. No. Yeah. So I don't know what's going to happen with Mane. Salah, obviously, come the summer, they're going to really have to need to lock this guy down.
They've got to pay Mo his money. I think we said this a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Do you know if they want to stay with City?
Yeah.
There's no way you let Mo Salah walk. No, unless Klopp is seeing something that we're not. You know what I mean? But and then that's a hard replace as well. That's a hard person to replace, and you.
Isn't it the money that Salah wants?
The salary. He's looking at the Premier League and looking at the players around.
Yeah, but if the club can't afford it, they can't afford it.
But Chile, it's Liverpool. It's supposed to be that big club, mate.
No, true.
Little fans are all
he's looking like half a million a week, man. Jeez.
Yeah. Pay him a 450, it should be nice. You know what I mean? Seriously. That's what you got to do. You say, listen, we can't reach to that $500,000, but here's a 450. Hold that. That'd be nice. Because
listen, this guy deserves it. Top goal scorer, top assists. Do you know what I mean?
If you look at what other players are getting, then he definitely deserves it.
But what that does as well, guys, is that once Mo gets that money, every other player that thinks he's worth of it is going to go knocking Klopp's door and saying, "You just gave him
exactly," and that's why I don't think that they want to do it.
Yeah, and they're scared to do that because boy, you're going to see
and it have a knock-on effect as well because whoever's going to Man U as a star is going to say, well, I want to be on par with Salah. And then Man U are going to have to start paying. Well, they already pay some
They're
people.
already paying that, innit?
They're already paying. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
They're paying what they're paying. What's the name? 500, man. Come on. Yeah.
It's
mad. It's mad. But
it is mad.
This is the Premier League for you. It's a different kettle of fish, man.
I totally agree with what you say there, Chili, that they have a structure in place at the club and they try not to mess up that play structure because the thing is, the American owners, like, it's not like how they overpay in the American sports. They don't see the value in that. As long you have to remember, as long as they're qualifying for Champions League and winning a cup or something, the American owners are happy with that. That's how our owners are. They say top 4, if you win a cup, then it's a bonus. But top 4, we got 100 mil for Champions League, and we all take a 10 mil dividends check each, and we're nice. They don't care, and that is the difference. Where someone like Chelsea guy, he wants to win stuff. He loves Chelsea winning stuff. So that's a different mentality. But the Americans don't think that way. They're not. They say, "Oh, did they qualify for the big tournament? Yeah, okay, we good." Yeah, so. This guy's just kind of just yo, come on, man. Let's not stereotype here, LB. It's funny though, but let's not.
You want to get me cancelled?
Right, you know what I'm saying?
All right, let's move on to the next game, and that's Crystal Palace, Chelsea. Ziyech getting a goal in the 89th minute. But listen. Ziyech is scoring goals, but I don't know what's going on or what's going on with Mr. Romelu. And we might
breaking all the wrong records, no?
We might listen. Let me
breaking all the wrong records.
Just before you go to the record, just before you go to the records, yeah. Right. I think I might as well bring this trivia this quiz up. Yeah, it's a question. And guys, you're the guys in the chat. I want you to answer this question for me. If you know it, put it in the chat. I think Chili knows it. I did ask him offline. I think Chili knows the answer. I don't know if D knows if he's got an answer, right? But I'm going to answer a question, yeah? And let's see how good you guys are reading my mind. Okay? So, here's the... Okay, yeah. Lukaku touched the ball 7 times, all right? But that's not the answer, all right? But here we go. So, guys, please bombard the chat. And here's the question. It's a trivia question. And obviously, I want to see what you guys put in the chat. And then I'll ask D and I'll ask Chili what your answers are. And then we will discuss. Trivia question. What is Romelu Lukaku's favorite convenience store? This goes out to you guys in the chat. Please put it in the chat now. What is Romelu Lukaku's favorite convenience store? Come on. So I'm waiting for you to put it in the chat. Yeah? Before we move on.
That's got to be
because we need to discuss this guy. What is Romelu Lukaku's favorite convenience store? Just chuck it in the chat. Let me see. It's silent in the chat, man. Everybody's not too sure. Everybody's not too sure. All right. What is Romelu? Listen, this is not Mastermind, guys. This is the What's Going On podcast. What is Romelu Lukaku's favorite convenience store? Okay, do you want to up the ante? Okay, here we go. Co-op. Wrong?
Co-op. Sweet shot. Craig, you should have got it, man.
Craig could have got it, yeah. I think the size of Romelu Lukaku, he probably does go to the sweet shop. Anybody else? Londis? Anybody else? All right, let's give it another 30 seconds. 30 seconds. What is Romelu Lukaku's, if I can say his name, favorite convenience store? Right, what can I offer as a prize? Aldi. He's playing like an Aldi player. I'll tell you that now. Right? Nope. Okay, we're going to do the countdown. 10, 9, 8, off license, Latoya. Well, it could be any off license. Asda, because every little
literally every little counts, mate.
I like that. I like the answers, man. I like the answers. Right. 5, 4, 3. Come on. 2, 1, 0. Right. First of all, before I reveal what the answer is, maybe someone will give me the answer on the chat. Not on the chat, on the panel. So first of all, D, what is Romelu Lukaku's favorite convenience store?
I don't know. I might say Tesco's Club Points. I'm not sure. I'm like, I don't know. Is he a Tesco's man?
Tesco's Club Points. What the points make prizes? You ain't gonna get no prizes for not touching the ball. Right. That's wrong, D. Chilly.
7-Eleven.
There you go, bro. The man read my mind. 7-Eleven.
They still exist. 7-Eleven.
They still exist. 11 players on the pitch, and Romelu only touched the ball 7 times. That's a record. Opta stats. 2003, 2004. Since it started, they even on Sky put it. They showed when from kickoff, his last touch was his 7th touch. Was he laid on the ball to Ziyech, which was offside. Compare that to Kai Havertz, who played yesterday in the Champions League, who played really well against Lille. First half, the first 20 minutes of that game, he's had 15 touches. Rom didn't actually make it onto the pitch. It was an unused substitute. I don't know what Tuchel was thinking, but you know what I mean. I don't think Rom was going to be very happy. I don't know what your thoughts, guy.
He never came on yesterday, did he, Norms?
What's that?
He didn't come on yesterday, did he?
No, he didn't. He didn't come on.
Well, the thing is, some are saying that because of the bad press, he took him out the firing line, literally. But I think I said to you, you sent me a message, and I said to you that he's not the first striker to go to Chelsea and struggle to get into the games. Like Chelsea are always they have a lot of dominant scoring midfielders. That's kind of the way they set themselves up. Now he has to show better, as in if he's got a defender on his back, he's got to turn and run it into the spaces, and you watch him pointing to his feet, and they're just ignoring him. Like, bro, move.
All the time.
Yeah, he's playing. I think he's playing a bit lazy, and it's a word I don't like to use, right? But it's like, bro, you got to show more for the ball, as in drag a defender away and create space for yourself, because he's still a big lad. And so we shouldn't be getting knocked off the ball. But if he's just standing still, them balls are easily intercepted.
Yeah, his movement is not great at all.
Nah, terrible.
And you watch Kai Havertz, and you totally different. I mean, he gives this midfielder so many different options.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Rom just becomes very predictable.
Very stationary.
And he hasn't really got a great touch either. At the same time, do you know what I mean? Timberland boots going settings, so you've got that to contend with as well. But I don't know if it's just that he's not settled or what. But 90 million, nearly 100 million spent. That's a lot of money down the drain. Will he still be around in the summer? That is the question.
And you have to remember as well, he did run his gums, right? So you don't know how the players took that. Even if Tuchel said, listen, he said what he said, was forgiving him, you know what I mean? We show him some love. They may just think, nah, man, allow Lukaku.
Yeah.
We can do without it. And the less is involved, the less the manager will say, I don't actually need this guy, I can win games without him. It's a problem for him.
Yeah.
Looks like Stormzy.
I think he needs to change it. I think he needs to change his job, man. I'm telling you that now.
He set himself up there, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I think he has. I think speaking out the way he spoke out.
Yeah.
And then you're not. You can only speak out if you are absolutely killing it on the pitch.
Yeah.
It's not.
I mean, we can't listen. I've heard some people say that Chelsea need to adapt their game to his style of play, build it around him. No, he needs to adapt to, because as you said, the way Chelsea play, they play with scoring midfielders,
Right, yeah.
and they're looking for movement. Do you know what I'm saying?
And they always have done.
Yeah,
they always have. For a long while, they've played that way. And the strikers that want to score goals, because I suppose a lot of it as well is that in their mind they were getting Haaland. They weren't even going after him.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's almost like seconds. It's like they had to buy somebody because the Haaland.
They had to, because Lukaku, to be honest, I mean, he wasn't looking to leave Inter, and that came up in that interview that he did.
Right. So why did he? No, why did he?
Money.
Exactly. He got greedy. He literally blew up his own situation over money, and it's not like the man broke. The man was playing at Man United on peas. I think he was on 250 a week at Man United. So it's not like he hasn't had a big club and a big payday. Wages wise,
he played for Man U as well. The comparisons with him playing for Man U, was it very similar?
Very similar, because remember he couldn't control the football at Man U, and there was a point where Ollie played him on the wing and all sorts. Now he's not a winger. I mean, so that just tells you that he was just getting shooed in because of the money he was on. So the board might have said, Ollie, you got to play him. Okay, you don't play him up front, but you got to play him, squeeze him in the team somewhere. And I think he should have he was in a good situation, and he decided to jump ship when there was no need to jump ship.
Yeah.
And so what you have is his own doing, really. And he's got. And I'm not saying he can't flip the script, but I think a lot of it was that, oh well, I'm going to go back and show them that I'm as good as Didier Drogba. No, you're not, bro. Stop it. So he's not good as Drogba.
I mean,
and I think
they called him the second coming of Didier Drogba, but mate,
not yet.
I don't see where that is. I don't see.
Didier was a bad man. You know that. He's a proper good man. You know what I'm saying? So
absolutely.
I hated playing. A Man United fan. I hated playing against him.
You thought you hated playing against him,
boy.
Our back four. Jeez, we got ruined by him every time.
Yeah,
hold the way. It didn't matter. But listen, it's going to be interesting come the summer with Lukaku, whether he sticks around, whether he tries to adapt his game and try and improve his game. But the returns from, in terms of what he was bought for or what he's bought for, he just ain't at the moment. And the fans, I think, are slowly turning against him. And as I said, it doesn't help when you're doing interviews like that. Do you know what I mean? So I don't think the fans are fully forgiving him. I mean, listen, Tuchel integrating him back in the side, which is good, something that Arteta should have done with Aubameyang. But it is what it is. Aubameyang now is enjoying himself in the sunshine, scoring up only per goals for Barcelona. So it is what it is. We're going to move quickly on to Brighton Burnley. Didn't expect this result because I thought Brighton 3-0. Burnley away to Brighton. Graham Potter, mate. Listen, Graham Potter's a fantastic manager, and a lot of people say, "Well, see, look, I'll take him at Arsenal. I'll tell you that now, and I would take him at Arsenal because I think he's got more experience than Arteta." And we are going to come on to, well, I might even discuss it now. The fact that Arteta looks like he's going to end up with a new contract. I think it's going to be. I think he's currently on $5 million a year. They're looking to take a 3-year deal to increase it to 8.3 million. That's the same as what Wenger got at the end of his tenure at Arsenal. I mean, he's nowhere near the likes of Klopp. Pep is on like 20 million. Klopp is on 15. Brendan's on about 15, 16. You know what I mean? All these other managers. Conte is on 15 mil. But you're giving this guy, Arteta, a pay rise. He's an inexperienced novice. And these guys, owners, are backing him. And I just can't believe how these guys are Arteta lovers, mate. I don't get it because he's just not good enough. As far as I'm concerned, yes, it's all right. Yeah, he might have all the gear and have all the whatever it is that people love about him. But for me, he ain't good enough for the size of our club. Just ain't good enough. And my thoughts on that is that come the summer, they are looking to it. And even if he finishes out of the top 4, I think they're going to extend his contract and give him the contract he wants and probably give him more money to spend come the summer. He's Teflon, Arteta Teflon. That's his surname now. Do you know what I mean?
But it's standards as well, though, Norman, isn't it? It's rewarding a top 4 finish. It's a rewarding second spot, even though you're 28 points behind Man City or something like that. You know what I mean? I said the same thing with Ollie. I'm like, okay, you finished second because everybody else was poor and Liverpool had their whole back four injured for most of the season, or most of the centre backs.
Yeah.
So it was just like a false positioning. Yes, the points don't lie, but we were way off City, and you give them a new contract, then you realise that, and then you give
we're
them
currently what 20 odd points behind City. You know what I mean? I think I'll say this to Chile. I mean, the once great Arsenal. I mean, we ain't in anything, we ain't winning anything, and you know, you look at the likes of Liverpool, still in 4 competitions, winning trophies. Man City, you know what I mean, demolishing teams, and just how the mighty have fallen. Man United in the same position. I mean, Tottenham have always been there, so it's probably not worth even talking about that. I'm saying. We're falling to the standards of Tottenham right now.
No, we're improving. You're getting worse.
Well,
over the last few years,
listen, even when you was improving and we was at our worst, we still won trophies, mate. Yeah, so just remember that. Yeah,
you didn't win nothing for like 8 years on the bounce. Don't tell me nothing,
bro. Let me say this again. When was the last time you won a trophy?
Don't worry about our trophies. Worry about your own trophies. What are you winning this season?
Nothing. And
That's
I'm honest
right.
about it. What are you winning this season? What are you winning this season?
FA Cup.
Get out of here.
We're going to win it, man. We're going to win it.
You know, Conte's probably the man to drag them over the line with that.
No, listen, I ain't going to lie. Mate. After seeing what they did with Man City, you know, they are looking like the favourites to get top 4. And if Kane...
No, not off of just one game. Where are Man United? Let me have a look.
We're fourth. We're fourth, but you have to remember, you guys have both got 3 games in hand over us.
Yeah.
Until you play tonight.
Man United have got a tough March and April.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I saw your fixtures, D, I said, why?
Yeah, exactly. But we've still got to play everyone, like all the big boys, apart from City. We've still got to play Liverpool, Chelsea. No, we played Chelsea.
You play Tottenham play Man U after this game. I think Man U is your next game.
Yeah,
could be.
Yeah. I think it's your next game.
Yeah.
So somebody's going to drop points there.
Yep.
But whilst you're looking at that, Burnley...
Yeah, we got Watford and then...
Yeah, no, we're not playing next week. And we've got Leeds. We've got Leeds and then United.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So, listen...
Then we've got Everton.
Have you?
Then Brighton. Yeah.
Okay. All right, now, I might have looked at it, got myself a bit excited there. But, yeah, I mean, Burnley... Go on.
This is the thing about now... that you imagine that in February, we're already chatting how important the top 4 is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because, boy, and before that, you wouldn't be talking like that. You'd be
but Arsenal used to get laughed at. Yeah, Arsenal used to get laughed at. Yeah, you know, Wenger said it was like another trophy. Now everybody is on board now. Yeah, he called it, bro.
Because 100 mil for Champions League is a nice trophy, bro.
Right.
You know what? Any club.
I wouldn't mind that trophy. I wouldn't mind that trophy in my bank. Exactly. You understand? Right. But just going back, Burnley 3-0, bottom of the pile, to go and do that at Brighton. Brighton are very hard to beat anyway. But they did what they did, and that 7-foot striker gets a goal. Played really well, I heard. Didn't watch the game, but Burnley, and as I say, tonight you're going to be playing them, Chile. So, mate, come on, Burnley. Let's do the business.
That guy that you two were talking about last week, Weghorst.
Yeah, Weghorst. Yeah. So, listen, man. Hope I don't know if it's windy and rainy or anything. So let's hope that Burnley's not the nicest place to go and play. Absolutely right, Craig. The most consistent team will get top 4.
Yeah.
One of us need to go on a consistent run and do that. I mean, Thursday we play Wolves at home. That's a massive game for us.
Another tough game.
Yeah, massive game. Burnley, but listen, Burnley have got quite a few games in hand. Do you think Burnley will get out of this?
I thought they were going to go down. I still kind of think they will.
Yeah.
I think they've won 2 games all season.
Who are your 3 teams to go down?
The bottom 3, Norwich, Watford and Burnley.
As it stands, yeah? Is that safe for you,
and the only way Burnley get out of it is because they got the best minus goal difference out of all them lagging down there.
Which is mad.
That's the only thing that they may scrape through on man, our goal difference. Because at the moment, their goal difference is, I say, only -9, but it's not in double figures. All the rest are in double figures.
Yeah.
In their
It's not
minuses.
like, the thing about Burnley, it's not like they concede a lot of goals.
No.
It's just they just couldn't score. Do you know what I mean? They
Sure.
would lose a goal. They lose a
They've
game
literally
1-0,
won 2 games,
2-0. Yeah.
They've literally won 2 games out of 22.
Yeah.
Awful.
Mad.
Awful. Yeah.
Mad. Watford, Aston Villa. Didn't expect this. 1-0 to Watford. Away to Stevie G's side.
Yeah, Stevie BH, boy.
You know, I was like, wow. When I saw the score, I couldn't believe it. Roy Hodgson does it again. You know what I mean? Does it again. 1-0 to Watford. And I know you guys got them next, innit?
Roy just makes me laugh. I always laugh when I say Roy Hodgson. I just start laughing. Because this dude, yeah.
He's got loads.
We got Old Trafford. We have to contain Dennis, boy. He's a handful.
We've already obviously done Tottenham and Man City. So
what was that result?
Oh, dude.
And yes, remember that was at the Etihad as well. You know,
we've done the double over them this season.
All right, well done. And as I say, that's your trophy, doing the double over them. Yeah.
What's your trophy, doing the double over of us? That ain't never happening. You ain't getting nothing.
Let's see. Let's just see. Yeah.
You were scared of us. Remember, you were scared to play us.
I'm scared of you. I ain't scared of you. Leeds 2, Man United 4, blood and thunder. And it seemed like he was sailing on some sort of water. Because, boy,
that pitch was mad, wasn't it?
That pitch was mad. That pitch was mad.
You know what, though? It showed some character from both teams.
Yeah.
Because at 2-0, you look at it and you say,
Man United had
this is curtains, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then before you blink, in less than a minute.
Within less than a minute, they're 2-all.
It's like, how... I'm sitting there watching it, right? And yet again, that to just show some restraint and not mash up my nice TV because I couldn't believe it. I was like, what are we doing here? It's almost like someone said they go in at halftime and drink some Horlicks, have a couple of sweet biscuits and just get lethargic, boy, get the itis. Because it was mad.
No, it was crazy. It was crazy. And I mean, the problem with Leeds is just that they can't defend.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They just can't defend. To the pain, what players is your all-time favourite from your football club? Well, for me, it's Henry. Henry. Wow. What about yourself, D?
I've never thought about that, because there's so many players I like. There's so many players I like the York and Cole combo. I love when we had Eric Cantona. Paul Scholes was a G, even though it was a crap pundit, but Paul Scholes was a bad man. You know what I mean? So there's so many. It's hard to say my favorite, but as in sticking with our brother, I just like what Cole and York did for us back in the day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, where they weren't really big names as you would say, but then if you're looking at a midfield general, then Paul Scholes, man. For when I was going to Old Trafford a lot before I moved abroad.
What about you, Chili?
Scholes was like,
Adebayor. No, not really.
Did you see my face? Did you see my face?
I'd say probably like D. There's so many that I like, but I guess Gaza maybe.
Gaza was nice for you guys. I love to watch.
I think everybody liked him.
Yeah,
I think everybody liked him. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, no, he was definitely class, man. Gaza was definitely class. But yeah, so that your answer there, Craig. Me, Thierry Henry, Gaza for Chile, and I think D's probably swaying.
Probably Paul Scholes,
yeah.
I think like just the way he could manipulate and dominate a midfield, spray that ball about, and put his laces through it from anywhere and score.
Yeah, no.
You have to remember, Fergie brought him out of retirement to win that last one. That's a bad man right there. He said, "Listen, Paul, I want one more title, mate. Come and give me it." And he came and gave it him.
Yeah.
So
all he needed to do, the only thing with Paul Scholes, he just needed to learn how to tackle. That was the only thing. He wasn't the best tackler in the world.
It was awful tackler. He was, really.
Wolves 2, Leicester 1. Leicester, listen, I don't know what's going on with Leicester. Brendan Rodgers, is his job in jeopardy? Do you think that Leicester will stick with him in the summer? I mean, I don't see him getting sacked now, but they really have dropped off from last season to now. I mean, Vardy, I think he's injured at the moment, but they're just so easy to score against, and their defense is terrible.
I don't think they'll sack him.
No.
You know, I look at Leicester and I wonder, does he have too many players that may have one foot out the door, looking to go elsewhere?
I would agree with you, because if you think about it, Tillemans is not going to sign a deal. Madison's
not signing.
I mean, he's not signed a deal. There's some stuff going on.
Vardy's a year older and not staying fit. I think they're missing Vardy like that.
Yeah, 100%.
Even the Iheanacho.
Yeah,
he had an amazing season last season, because I remember I must have had him probably half a season in my fantasy league. That's how he's been banging. Yeah. And he seems to have been off the pace as well. So you wonder.
But they're missing in like their defenders. That they're missing Johnny Evans and the other guy. What's the other guy that got injured?
Justin. Yeah, I think he's back now, though, isn't he? Is it Justin?
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
he's just come back, isn't he? He's just come back.
There's Justin. No, there's a guy. He came from Lille. He used to play the same side as Saliba. They both used to play in the same side at Lille.
Oh,
I'm trying to remember his name.
Okay.
But he got injured pretty much at the start of the season, and he hasn't been back. I'd have Tillemans at Arsenal.
I mean, the thing is, they got some ballers there. The new kid Daka, you got Lookman, Ndidi.
Yeah,
probably one of the best.
If you're looking at the squad, just look at the defenders and tell me. Just read out the defenders' name. I'll tell you who the player that's out.
He's got Thomas. He's got Sukuku. Can't even pronounce that. Got Ricardo. Who else is on the bench as a defender? I don't even know.
You got Fofana.
Fofana.
Yeah, he was really good for them. Since him and Johnny Evans have been out, their defense has just been all over the place.
Yeah, Johnny Evans is a huge loss for them.
Yeah. So
he ran a tight ship back there.
It's not been really good for Brendan. You know what I mean? And listen, the owners, they'll give him to the summer.
And they have backed him, Norm. They've backed him.
You know what I mean? But would they trust him? Would they trust him with buying, spending again? I don't know.
I don't know, isn't it? Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. Quickly, Champions League games: Chelsea, Lille, Pulisic and Kai Havertz scoring 2-0. Lille. I mean, I think that game is pretty much over. I mean, unless Lille can do something back at their ground. Obviously, there's no away goals in this. So, you know what I mean? If Lille come out, they've got Sanchez. They've got that other player that we're looking at, Canadian striker, David, whatever his name is. I can't remember his name, but he's
Canadian, you said?
Eh?
He said Canadian?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Striker, yeah. Jonathan David, I think his name is. Jonathan David. We're looking at him. But, yeah, now Chelsea pretty much controlled that game yesterday. And then Vlahovic scoring within 30-odd seconds against Villarreal, Juve against Villarreal. But that game ended at 1-1. Yeah, it ended at 1-1. But probably, I think Juve will probably win that in the second leg. And then obviously tonight we've got your game kicking off probably shortly, in about a minute's time. Is it on TV?
No,
it's not on TV. So you're just looking at updates. Crystal Palace, Watford. That'll be an interesting game. They're away to Watford, and then obviously Liverpool plays Leeds tonight. Kickoff is at 7:45, and as I say, if they beat Leeds, which I think they will, I think there'll be plenty of goals. They go 3 points behind Man City. Atletico Madrid kick off Man United 8 p.m. What's your chances, D? What do you think? Atletico have not been playing very well. They've been shipping a lot of goals.
Yeah, and apparently they have a few key players out as well.
Okay.
We still have Cavani on a no-show. Whatever's going on with him, total waste of time for me.
Yeah.
So it's on Ronnie again, isn't it? It's on Ronnie and the youngsters, you know. Sancho's hit some form there. I hope he starts to Langer over Rashford. He's got to get Rashford hungry again. I think Rashford's been... I don't know what's going on with Marcus, man. I don't know. I mean, there's people telling me that Marcus is finished, and I'm like, I hope not. Because what is he, 26?
Yeah.
25, 26? He can't be done. He can't be done already, man.
Yeah.
But you have to remember, he's been over. Ollie ruined him,
Yeah. Because he
playing
literally
this man
made him
injured.
injury. Yeah, when he's injured, he played him.
And I'm
like,
like,
to take
man,
tablets
Marcus,
and all that.
Yeah, cortisone injections and everything.
And then all the off the field stuff as well.
Yeah.
And I think he said last week he's now back with his.
Yeah, he's back with his lady, man.
That.
He said through sick and sin.
Yeah.
He posted it on Instagram. So I mean, I'm happy that they you know what I mean. You know what I mean? Because I think that helps him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What goes on at home helps you on the pitch.
Yeah.
You know, it's like anything, So, but yeah, to say I'm not concerned about Marcus would be a lie.
Yeah.
He's got to find some form quickly.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I fear for him. I mean, I got my United friends saying if anyone comes in for him, sell him, and I'm like, rah. So a lot of my United fans I know are done with Marcus. Like, you know what? I mean, he's hit a ceiling or he's peaked.
Yeah. Listen, you bring up the Man United stuff. What's the situation with the? I mean, there's so many different people coming out. Bruno coming out and saying that we're just getting on with the football, and the stuff that's happening is not really happening. And then you've got the situation last week with Ragnick trying to appease Ronaldo, and the situation with Slabhead, the captaincy, and all that. What's going on with all of this? Because it just seems week after week, just leaks after leaks, man. You guys, man, you need to get a proper plumber in, man. I'm telling you.
Last week we were talking about the leaks, and I said it has to be the English players, otherwise never would have thrown a foreign player under the bus or the foreign player's agent. Now I'm hearing it's Dean Henderson because he's proper disgruntled about not going in January. Right. So people are saying, yeah, man, that it's Henderson's people that are leaking out the run-ins. Yeah. So I didn't think about him because he's not starting. I thought it would be one of the starters, but the mere fact he's not getting any games, asked to leave in January, got blocked when we still got a decent another goalkeeper that could have done a job. They reckon that he is really disgruntled. And he's on good money, So clearly he don't care about the money. He just wants to play, which is not a bad thing.
What about the captaincy? What's going on with that? Again, he came out and said, sorry to cut you. He came out and said, Aaron Maguire came out and said that there's nothing of the sort. Somebody's leaking something, because why would these be making the tabloids or the news and stuff like that? And then Ragnick was saying, he's got a dilemma in terms of who he gives the captains to see. I think what he was saying is that obviously the way the form of Aaron Maguire, it didn't help things. He didn't say that, but you know what I mean, but in so many words. But
if you look at us looking on, Norman, right? Like, you cannot have a captain playing that poorly. Yes, he scored at the weekend, but you have to remember that was one of the reasons why we bought him, as in set pieces. It's taken us nearly 150 odd corners to get one goal. That was our first goal.
I heard him come out and say that.
What kind of stack? I mean, you hired
150 corners, Chile. 150 corners.
To score
one goal from it.
And that was at Leeds. And I look at that and say, you hired a specialist, a set piece specialist.
Yeah.
And we scored one goal in 150. I mean, come on. I mean, the whole thing. And you buy those defenders like him, Slabhead, to get you those goals from corners and free kick set pieces. Yeah. And it hasn't happened. So he's not leading by example for me. And that's why he should be captain. Period is that. Like, the captain has to be respected. So
who would you want as captain?
Oh, David De Gea for now.
Right.
And then Bruno as his vice.
Right.
Yeah. I would take that out of Harry and say, you know what, Harry? Concentrate on repairing your game, mate. Because the captain's, the weight of that is too much for you.
Yeah.
But like I say, he's happy to tell people that he captained Ronaldo. Them ones.
Yeah. The other thing is what Fred came out again today. Now, I don't think it was a dig at Ragnick, but I think more about the way the club has been run. Yeah, I think he did some interview with some, I don't know who it was, but I was watching another stream, and they were sort of saying that literally he was saying the process of the way the club has been run, really they should have really got a manager in rather than getting an interim manager.
But that's what I said to you.
Just gone upstairs and then you just get your manager in. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, because we got an interim to replace the interim.
Yeah.
And that was telling me that they were writing the season off rather than making let's make an appointment and go for a push in the second half of the season, qualify for Champions League, but they didn't. And then there's rumours that Ralph kind of fancies it now. He's got a taste for it and probably don't want to go upstairs.
Yeah.
Now, for me, because the upstairs thing normally is a consultancy role. It wasn't like, oh, I'm going upstairs to become director of football. He's just going to be a consultant, so he could be anywhere in the world.
Yeah, doing it. Yeah,
it doesn't have to be at Old Trafford or Carrington on a daily basis to be a consultant. Yeah. So that was worrying as well, that they wasn't willing to say, right, at the end of the season, you are going to be our new director of football. Now, the guy that's doing it is already asking for help because he didn't know what he's doing. Murto or whatever his name is, John Murto. He's already asking for help, and I'm like, bro, why did you take the job if you don't know what you're doing?
And your club, I mean, obviously, again, you've been linked again with Pochettino and Ten Hag, but I mean, Real Madrid now showing interest in Pochettino. I know what Chile. I mean, Chile. I know, obviously, he was your previous manager, and I think you rate him, and I think he was let go too early.
Definitely,
do you think he would be a good manager for Man U, or would you rather see him go and manage Real Madrid?
That's two different questions. I think that he would do brilliant at Man U. I think that Man U would back him, but obviously a lot more than what Tottenham did.
Yeah, and hence why I said, would you rather see him do the job at Real Madrid?
If you ask me where I'd rather see him go, is to Madrid. I don't want him to manage anyone in the Premiership.
No, I hear you, but I mean, the leaks just don't stop, D. And I would suggest a good plumber would do the job.
Exactly, it's going to be weekly. You're gonna, I think, as the season rolls on, and you have to remember, depending on the results as well. So if we go on a good run, and there's still leaks, then it has to be someone that's not playing. Because they've been talking about Juan Mata. Now, Juan Mata's at his day. So why would he be leaking? You know what I mean? Ten Hag will go to Man U. I hope so, Craig.
I hope so. About him, I
hope so, but
I wouldn't mind him at ours, mate.
For me, if Ten Hag comes, I want them to give Wreck-It Ralph the director of football job. And I don't think the money men want to let go of that. That's my fear, that they don't want to just have two footballing people as a manager and as a director of football, and then you lot just deal with the commercial side of the business. That's what I want. But that power thing is mad, man, at Old Trafford.
And that's probably why. Hence why Fred has come out, and I don't know. I'm not saying that they're going to end up rapping his knuckles, but I think he's just speaking the truth,
Yeah, because it's probably his agent has said to him as well. Honestly, I've tried to just go in and have a conversation, and I'm just being blocked or side shelved or whatever. And so maybe just a simple fact of agents going in to sit down and talk about their player for the next 2 years, and you have to remember, most of the agents have multiple players. So Fred's agent might have another Man United player on the books as well. Yeah. So if he's gone out to dinner with Fred and another and said, listen, I'm trying to have a seat at the table and discuss you guys' futures, and it's just very negative. Yeah. So then he's probably asking Fred, should I be looking elsewhere for you? And then you got to look at it that Fred starts for Brazil.
Yeah.
And he'll be quick to be benched for someone.
And he scored a fantastic goal. He scored a great goal. Brilliant goal, mate. I don't know if the keeper should have done better.
Those two subs, right? Those two subs was a masterstroke by Ricky, because I did question pulling Pogba, but then I thought maybe he's thinking about tonight. As well. Yeah. But so he pulled Pogba, he pulled Ronnie. Ronnie was vexed again as usual because
does he celebrate with his fans? Does he celebrate not with his fans, with his players? Because I don't ever see him.
You don't see it, do you?
Seriously,
he's disappointing me, man, because It's so much about him, Norman.
Yeah, I just don't know if he's good for the club, man.
You know, like someone needs to sit down and say, "There's no iron team, my brother." You know what I mean? You got to fall in line and be a team player. You're not the captain, even though you want it.
Yeah,
he wants the captaincy. Trust me, he wants it.
Yeah,
because he doesn't respect Harry. So,
that's a good one. It's a question here: which manager will take over from Pep when he leaves? Well, Arsenal obviously are trying to protect their asset because they don't want Man City supposedly to take Arteta.
Really?
Listen, man.
Wow.
Well, listen. The reason why all these managers are bigging up Arteta because they know that he's useless. Yeah? Yeah. Come on, man.
But you know what?
But who would?
They were doing the same with Ollie. Norman, you remember? You had Klopp coming out saying, "Oh, you know, you be patient with him." Of course, he's gonna say that. It's like this guy's useless.
I have no idea, Craig. I don't know who. Who would take over from Pep when he leaves.
I know, but it's going to be a big name. I don't know who, but
you know what?
They will lose that style of football, though.
The guy from Spain, Norman.
That is just
Spain manager
all over. What's that, mate?
The Spain manager.
Oh, Enrique, yeah.
Or even Nigelsmann. I think they'll go for someone like that. They'll go
very similar.
Similar style of
Because that would be a massive. I mean, there's talk that he may extend his contract. There was talk I was reading last week that people said we should be worried because Pep might not even look to. I think they were saying that I can't remember where I read it, but they were basically saying that I think his contract is until 2023 or 24, but may look to extend it again. He says he's enjoying life at Man City, so you know what I mean. I think he plays his cards to his chest, so you know what I mean. We just won't know.
But if he wins the Champions League, does he stick around?
Yeah, he's done it. He's done the bees knees.
He's done it. That's what I'm saying. If he wins the Champions League,
he's won all the domestic cups.
Stick around because you know what? He's a bit of a troubled soul, though, Pep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So this one is like a monkey on his back, literally.
Yeah.
Tormenting
him. Get that out of the way. I mean, after what they did to Sporting Lisbon last week, mate. You know what I mean? But then they go and lose to Tottenham, and saying that. You know,
who did they lose to, Norman?
They went and lose to some team down the road. Right, but listen, saying that though, question for you guys, and you want to put it in the chat. Do you think Liverpool can catch Man City? And if you look at their
3 points, 6 points.
Yeah, well, if they win tonight, they'd be 3
points.
Yeah,
it's game on if they win tonight.
It's game on. But looking at their run-ins, who do you think? Okay, let's not look at their run-ins. Just the way Man City play, the way Liverpool play. We know that Man City can go on another long run. Yeah. Liverpool are capable of doing that. I suppose the question is which team is more consistent?
City.
D? What do you say?
You know what? You say that though, Chile, but the goal difference says differently because their goal difference is 2 goals, 44-46 plus 44 plus 46.
But City are winning more, aren't they?
Yeah, but then just say argument's sake that Liverpool win 3-0 tonight. Like they now go 3 points behind with a better goal difference.
Yeah.
So straight away, that's game on for me.
Yeah,
I know it's definitely game on, but
it's a distraction from it's for me. I think whoever goes further in Champions League may lose the league.
Right.
Because Pep is gonna, you know what he's like in Champions League. He always rotating that squad.
Massive question for you both. I mean, listen, if you was Pep and you got to the final and it meant you winning the final of Champions League and not winning the Premier League, what would be your choice?
Champions League.
Out of what?
So you would give up that all that hard work. Being so close to getting the Premier League, but I suppose why you're saying it, D, is maybe because that's the only thing he's yet.
Yeah, and the City fans will deep down tell you that they crave that. They crave not being able to say we've got one. You know what I mean? I mean Liverpool got 6.
How you prophesy?
You prophesy. Yes, Jamie. I try that thing here, but but I think if Pep goes all the way in that, I think deep down he would never admit it. I think he would sacrifice the title to win that one, to say, listen, I've come here and won everything with these guys, and then go next year and play in the Club World Cup and win that one and say, yeah, man, I'm nice.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So, but
what
I think City are good enough to win both.
That's fair enough.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah,
but they always seem to fall short though when it comes to the Champions League.
He never thinks it, Norman.
What's that, mate?
Pep gets to the semi-final and never thinks it.
Yeah.
He did, or gets to a final and never thinks it.
Look what he did with Chelsea.
Yeah, I overthought it, man.
You know what I mean? It's a madness.
He's going to rectify that this season. Don't worry.
Oh, you're saying, Chile, you're saying Man City to win it, regardless of how close Liverpool are. They're expected to win tonight. And D, you're saying Man City, Liverpool?
Yeah. I mean, after what Chile just said, that they're good enough. They got the squad to win both. But I still think the fans would take the Champions League just because.
Oh yeah, their fans would.
The fans,
definitely.
because they're going to say, well, we win the league. We win the league in our sleep, so let's win the Champions League. But I actually don't want Liverpool to win another title right now. So and you know what? For me, right, it's such a two-edged sword, right? Because you've got the team in your city and the team you can't stand.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So there was a point where the Man United, and I think it still is, the Man United Liverpool is a bigger derby than Man United Man City.
Yeah.
So I don't want to see them win that, and then it hurts that the blue side of Manchester are going to be in my face.
You're stuck in a hard place, mate.
In a rock and a very hard place, brother.
Anyway, you know what I mean?
So what I do to come and do something, help me out.
Right. So listen, we're coming down. Just got 2 more points. The first point is obviously with the conflict that's going on in Russia and Ukraine. Parliament have come out and said that they want to. They're urging the Prime Minister to put sanctions on people like Abramovich, Ustinov, all these oligarchs. Yeah, but I'm just thinking about Abramovich. That at the moment, I think he made a mistake by saying that that he did have sanctions when actually he hasn't got no sanctions on him. But the Parliament are pushing to stop all these assets spending money in this country, just stopping everything. So for me, if that goes through, could that affect Chelsea's spending in the summer?
Yeah.
Or would it be more of a case? Because I know he puts it in, but I mean, how would that affect Chelsea? I suppose because I mean, this Ustinov was a major shareholder in Arsenal. Now he's at Everton, so it doesn't necessarily affect us as much. But also, there's also the other thing about the Champions League as well, because of the Russian thing. They want to move the Champions League from St. Petersburg to another venue. So there's all of that as well. So what are your thoughts on that, lads?
I think that they shouldn't let them have the Champions League.
No.
And as for Chelsea being affected, where do they get their money from at the moment? Because if they're getting the money from Chelsea Football Club, then it shouldn't affect them. But if he's subsidising them still heavily, then of course it's going to affect them.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know the ins and I put my hand up. I don't know the ins and outs in terms of their finance. It might be that they're, them getting into Champions League, the money from Champions League, the sales of their players and stuff like that.
I'm about to say that, Norman, because you have to remember they got about 40 players on loan. Right? So if you start selling off some of them loan players and generating finances that way, then maybe it won't affect them. But if they can prove that Roman is still bankrolling that, slipping 200 million across every now and again, which they said he was doing. But does Roman even come in this country now? Does he even?
He's not allowed.
He's not allowed. That's what I'm saying.
He's not
allowed. He don't even come to the bridge to watch them play now because he's not allowed in.
Yeah,
you can only watch them play when they play Champions League abroad.
Yeah, but I mean, listen, look, just pray God that this war doesn't take off.
Yeah,
You know what I
we
mean?
don't need that. We don't need
You
that.
know what I mean? But if it does, mate, I'm flying to the nearest Caribbean island.
Right.
Right. They don't seem to be when it comes to war, man. Just find the nearest Caribbean island, you'll be good. Yeah.
No one, just get out of here. Yeah.
Just to say, Craig saying rest in peace to Jamal Edwards. Obviously, he passed away this week. As SBTV, he got the careers of Ed Sheeran, shall I say, and a number of artists in that, and he passed away. I'm hearing some. I don't know if it's true or not, and you know what I mean. I saw somebody sent me something to say that he died of an heart attack and it was due to the vaccine. But we're not going to talk about that because this is not the platform. But listen, rest in peace, Jamal. You know, and
rest in peace to his
family.
Prayers up for his family. Yeah,
definitely. You know what I mean. I think married with 2 kids and that. So yeah, we do that. R.I.P. Jamal Edwards. We are coming down to the last point, and that's my favorite. Yeah, but I mean, listen,
the form table.
The form table. I can only dream. So, lads, I just want you to let me know. Put it in the chat as well. The form table. Who do you think is at the top? And
Newcastle.
We'll work our way down to. Let's work our way down to 9th. Yeah. So quickly, D, without looking.
No, I'm not even looking. I wanted to share a stat when we talked about this was something Rio Ferdinand posted. He said that since Ralph took charge, only Man City, 28 points, have picked up more points in the Premier League than Man United, which is 25.
Oh wow!
And I was thinking, wow. So,
I saw the fact that since he's taken over he's in 12. He's racked up 25. Is it 25 points?
Yeah, 25 points, and only Man City have racked up more since Ralph has come to Old Trafford on 28 points. So if you look at that as in form, overall form, then
but we're not going to look at that, are we?
Yeah, I'm just saying, if you look at it that way, then it's Man City and Man United.
I knew you had to get that one. I knew the man had to get the overall one, but we're looking at the form table, bro.
The form table for the last 5 games,
There's no overall. Huh? Yeah, last 6 games. So
last 6 games.
All right, so D, who have you got at the top? Who do you think is at the top at the moment in the last 6 games? Who's unbeaten?
I think. Oh, unbeaten. Are they?
Well, who's unbeaten? Whether you're unbeaten or not, but who's doing really well at this point to be top of the form table?
Wow.
If you think about it, who's been really playing well and hasn't really lost a game since? So that should give you a clue.
Yeah, that's been Liverpool.
You're right, okay, Liverpool,
Man City.
Yeah.
Man United, Newcastle, maybe.
Okay. Right. Liverpool. Who did he say second?
Man U.
Man City.
No.
Man City.
No. Man City, would you believe it, are in 5th place.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Man U sitting 3rd. Yeah. Guess who's second?
Newcastle then. No, not Newcastle.
Who's the team that's been in form at the moment? They haven't lost okay, give you a clue. They lost the game against us.
Brentford. No.
Brentford. Brentford.
Wolves.
Brentford are last. Brentford are in 20th.
Wolves, isn't it?
Wolves.
Yeah, Wolves.
Wolves are sitting second on the form table with 15 points.
Wow.
So Liverpool 16 points first, Wolves 15 points second, Man U 14 points third, Arsenal, we're always in the top 4, mate. 13 points, Man City 13 points in 5th place, Newcastle, obviously the last 3 games they sit in 6th place on 12 points, Southampton in 7th on 11 points. Yeah. Chelsea in 8th on 9 points. And Tottenham in 9th. Missing out on the Europa Conference League on 9 points. And the only reason why
that high, I thought we'd be right down the bottom.
I know, and the reason why, because obviously you lost 3 games on the bounce, didn't you?
Yeah.
So you're sitting 9th on 9 points. So
So Wolves are the dark horses.
Wolves are the dark horse.
But they're in the hunt for the top 4 as well. No one's talking about them.
That's why I'm very worried because their form is good.
That manager, I never even heard of that manager either, but he's really done well since coming in for Nuno. Yeah,
Wolves' away record is better than their home record.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's correct. That's correct, Frank. Their away record is better, and the classic example of that is that they went and touched up Tottenham 2-0. So there you go. Yeah. I knew I'd get his attention, because the man is busy looking at how's Burnley and Tottenham? Are you watching Sky Sports?
That it's a stream. Burnley are pressing, but
nil.
Yeah, 0-0.
Listen,
24 minutes.
What's going to happen? Yeah, Tottenham are going to win the game 1-0. It's going to be one of those games. Yeah, Kane to get a goal in the last minute. That's what Tottenham do. Yeah, that's what they do. Yeah,
that's right. As long as we win,
we have come to the end of another What's Going On podcast. I want to thank everybody in the chat. If you're new to the channel, please hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, share the content. On the road to 250. Then after that, 300. And thank you for those that have subscribed in the last couple of weeks. Really appreciate it. We are going to build this community together. And again, I want to say a big thank you to Big D for taking time out and Chili for taking time out. You know what I mean? It's really been good. It's been great. And long may it continue. So, guys, as I said, please like, subscribe, and share. Hit that like button. Gets more traction. And hey, listen, she always comes to the stream late. Yeah, she's always late for everything.
And just reaching Anne.
Yeah. But it's really been good, guys. And so let's see what happens. Obviously, tonight we've got the Champions League on. Man United kick off in the next 3 minutes. Burnley currently drawing with Tottenham. Hopefully, we'll get a draw or a win of Burnley.
Yeah. Norm, just quickly on the Champions League. You know this. You know the
yes, Mr. Craig.
Getting rid of the whole away goal rule.
Yeah.
You think that's better for the game?
You know, Wenger came out and said the same thing that they should do scrap away, because I think what it is, and I heard him say this, is because what happens is that, say for instance, like say you get an away goal, the game then they don't open up. It's almost like they then protect that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas now, you know, both teams now got to come out and play.
It doesn't. That's really my thoughts on it.
Yeah,
that it opens the game up to some exciting football.
Yeah.
Especially in the latter stages as well. I mean, like I suppose obviously the semis is still going to be 2 legs, right, for the semi-final.
Yeah.
And then, So it makes for some really good semi-finals.
Definitely.
Yeah, where teams can't just say.
And just quickly before we go, we're probably going to answer the same question again in the next couple of weeks. But who do you think is going to make the final?
I don't know who's in the draws, as in which side of the draw, because
Rashford's starting.
Based on Varane, Rashford and return, they're starting. Based on the teams that are in there. You obviously got Man City, you got Real Madrid, you got PSG. Do you know what I mean? Okay, there's obviously scores. We've got to look at the scores and that, but who is your outright favourites to go all the way?
Man City and Liverpool.
Liverpool and who?
Man City. But I don't know if they're in the same time of the draw.
As long as they're on different sides.
But you know, UEFA, they probably rigged it that if 2 English teams get to the semis, they're going to play each other in the semis. Rather than 2 English teams get into the final. That's how they normally rig it on the draw. They pretend that they don't, but they do. Definitely rigged. Because they have to look at the viewing public, and maybe, you know, they lose a lot of viewing public if it's 2 English teams in the final.
German you know it goes when it comes to UEFA, man.
You know.
Say no more. Say
less, Norman. Say less.
It's been a pleasure. Again, guys, please hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, share this, and we will be back on the next What's Going On podcast next week. Hopefully, we will all have smiling faces except Chili. Right, listen, guys, take it easy,
man, take care, guys.